I've had a weird kind of evolution of it that for the first couple of years I was definitely like the American. And it was fine and people were nice enough to me, but they just assumed I was American. But then for a few years I didn't seem so American for a while. Like I think I kind of, because I was at school and I kind of picked up the accent a bit, so people could still hear like a twang or something. And I definitely didn't feel American. When I spoke to Americans, I would think they were from a different country. And Americans used to not think I sounded American anymore. They would think I was Irish and just, so it's weird. So I had like the American bit and then like an Irishy feeling bit. And then recently, because I was away for a few years and I lived with an American and I didn't really hang out with Irish people. And I spent a lot of time in the States recently that my American accent's returned, and now it's just like back to square one of it. So that I'm now every time I go out, people assume I'm from America and not Irish at all, and I still have to do this. So people say, "Where are you from?" And I'll be like, "Oh, the Ormer Road," and I don't even bother saying that now. I just like America. Just it's so weird.
In your mind, do you think you're a local? Do you consider yourself a Belfast local at this point?
I did for a while, and now I don't know. I feel because like everyone assumes I'm not a local. Like people just talk to me like definitely like I'm a foreigner.
You mean Belfast people?
Yeah, except for like the people I live with and stuff that just talk to me like like they've always talked to me. But dude, the people just assume I'm a foreigner. I don't really feel that much like a local, but then I kind of am a local. Like the 7 years at school and then 3 years at university is like a big time. That's when you'd really kind of get to know the city and your friends, and I really felt like a part of Belfast. But then now that I've started going back to the States a bit, and I've spent about 5 or 6 months this year in the States, so now I'm feeling slightly more American again, because when I'm in the States, people just assume I'm American. They don't now hear the Irish accent. They hear like an Irish twang, like probably to the same extent that people used to hear an American twang, but it's not like so I don't really fit in quite anywhere actually. But
do you ever feel torn between America and Northern Ireland, like you have to choose one or the other?
a little bit, but I mean, there'll be a choice of which one I'm going to live in, I guess. And because I was born in America, unlike anyone else in my family, I can just live in America.
Oh, you're the only one with a
Yeah, the American passport. Everyone else was born just before they went to America, so then, or after they came back from America. So I guess there's that choice. But then I'm pretty much kind of resigned myself to the fact that I'm gonna probably end up going back to America. For looking for jobs and things, I imagine I will. Like I don't think I'll stay in Belfast. I'd like to in a way, but once I finish studying, I'm not really sure what I'd do in Belfast. I mean, basically there's only like London that I'd kind of like to live in the UK, whereas in the States I can think of loads of places that I wouldn't mind living, like kind of New York or Philadelphia or like Pittsburgh. Yeah, I haven't been back to Pittsburgh actually. I'm still gonna go, but yeah, Pittsburgh once I see it again.
And how about your family? Do they consider you like the American one in the family?
Well, yeah, it's weird for my little sisters because my little sisters were born way after me, like 10 years after me here, or one in Oxford and one in Belfast. They have full Belfast accents. My older sisters have full American accents, and I used to be somewhere in between, but now I'm just like having American. So they have this like weird kind of American family that are never really there, and then they come home at Christmas and suddenly there's like this American American family going on.